and welcome to another edition of Green Nation, Healthy Nation. I'm your host, Gina Rogers-Seeley. Remember the days when being environmentally conscious meant not throwing litter out of your car window? Well, nowadays it has taken on a whole new meaning, and there is even a global movement to build environmentally friendly homes. A new study just released by the U.S. Green Building Council and McGraw-Hill Construction found that home buyers and owners across the United States at all income levels are increasingly thinking green when buying and renovating homes. In fact, green housing is on the rise in the U.S., even as their housing market continues to decline. This week, we want to take a look at what we can do in the construction or renovation of a home to make it more environmentally conscious. Meet Debbie Deal, CEO of Contemporary Builders. Debbie builds green homes, and she is now embarking on a journey to bring a totally green subdivision to Nassau.
My partner, actually, she and her husband bought the property back in 1988. They didn't want to build out in that area at that particular time because there wasn't very much out there. With all of the other things going on now, the South Ocean Hotel and Albany, the timing was right to do a subdivision in the area. It was right to do high-end homes because there are no other building companies in the Bahamas that are building high-end homes. And there's no one building green homes. And it just seemed, with the fact that gasoline is so expensive, BEC is so expensive, men and women are both working. You know, it's not like nowadays where the man is working and the wife is home. Both are professionals. We thought it was time to introduce the green home because the green home not only has less impact on the environment, it also has less impact on the people who own the home. It's lower maintenance, it's less work for the person, because the products used are longer lasting products, they're sustainable products, and in the end it'll cost you less money to actually run your home and live in the home. We also like the subdivision idea because within 5 miles of where we're building, you have everything. You have airport, you have hospitals, churches, schools, grocery stores, restaurants, beaches. Still, the one beach that is left for Bahamians, Jaws Beach, is less than a mile away from the subdivision. So the location is also a very green location. When you talk about building green, it's not just the materials used in the house, it's also where you put the building, where you put the subdivision, how it relates to the community, how it relates to your living, how much gasoline you're going to need to get to all the different things that you need to get to on a regular basis. And the subdivision is actually a perfect location.
Deal says that in planning the new green gated community, which is located in South Ocean, she has taken a number of things into consideration from the very beginning of this project. She calls it harmonizing the site and explains that this refers to the strategic location of the home. Things like ensuring that there are trees to the east and west of the home to block the morning and afternoon sun, and also positioning the home with plenty of outdoor living space in the north. She also emphasizes building small.
If you go back 50 years ago, when our grandparents built homes, you would find that the homes were compact. They were probably maybe 1,000, 2,000 square feet, but they had everything. They had no wasted space. They had outdoor living spaces. They didn't have long, huge hallways that led to nowhere. You know, they really built to maximize the space. And people say to me, well, how can I ever lower my air conditioning bill? Well, the best way to do it is to build a smaller home. You don't need to have a 10,000 square foot home. You don't need to have a 5,000 square foot home. There's no reason you can't live in, you know, anywhere from 1,500 to 4,000 square feet, depending on your family's needs and, you know, what you might need for if you have guests or other family members living with you. So build as least as possible. And if you go on our website actually, which is www.southoceanpalms.com, you can go into the green appeal and you can also go into each of the homes. We have all of the floor plans on the website. And on the backs, we also have the interior and exterior appointments, which show you the products that we're actually using in building the homes. But you'll see that the homes are anywhere from 1,900 square foot to 3,700 square foot, but they've been well thought out. I spent about 1.5 years with the architect going over these designs, making sure that they were perfect, making sure that there was plenty of storage space, good sized bedrooms, very efficient kitchens, the right amount of bathrooms, very little hall space, nice high ceilings, good ventilation, windows in the right location. You know, we don't have garages that have no windows, so you have no ventilation. All of our garages have windows, so they're ventilated. You don't have to worry about so much about the carbon monoxide, which, you know, has been a problem in, you know, some places where people just close up everything and zap. You know, you're in the garage and too much fumes, too many chemicals, that type of thing. And we've been able to utilize this space and build high-end homes. Basically what I've done is taken products and ideas from homes that we've built in Ocean Club Estates and Lyford Key and put them in these homes, but not the price tag that goes along with it.
While these homes may be a little pricey for the average Bahamian, when we come back, Debbie Deal gives us a number of tips on cutting your energy costs. Back in a moment.